I'ma hit a home run. I'ma hit a home run.
This is a reference. I don't know what it's to.
Nah, it's just a monkey with a baseball bat, which can be dangerous. So, Monta has not been serving me too well, so I might can my meteor summoning monkey for someone else. Right. I'm going to start kind of bum rushing through the game now, because there's like 31 missions. There are like 31 missions and we're barely on mission 8. Right. Because after a while, it becomes you don't have to capture the monkeys at all because you have to deal with the mutants. And that will be soon, actually. Fairly soon. Like mission 16.
Considering all the radioactive banana energy everywhere.
You know, I'm surprised they didn't make any Vita Z banana jokes.
I mean, they're breaking entropy with this.
True.
Oh no, the poor cat.
Don't worry. That's actually for another series that teamed up to help make this game. It's actually another Sony franchise that was only released in Japan.
I think I've seen him before.
Like, there's a lot of like different animals and whatnot inside the series. The monkey just died. He fell in the water. I tried to save him. He ran to his death.
Oh no.
I tried.
Harbor does have an adequate railing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That character also made it into Sony Smash Bros. Never forget Sony Smash Bros. Even if Sony did.
Yet to play it.
They
play
should.
regular Smash Bros.
They actually have cut the online for it.
I kind of doubt most people use most online for games like that anymore anyways.
Well, they're shutting down all the
Highly
PS3s.
competitive.
Yeah, they're shutting down all the PS3s online. I don't know when they're going to shut down the PSN. I'm going to be pissed if they do.
Well, I mean, I already lost my main PSN for PS3, so it's not like I can re-download anything anyways, I suppose. I do need to get a few more things before it goes offline, however. DLCs.
Yeah. I need to change my email for that, because when you told me that story, it scared me.
Well, mine was because it was a shared email account from... Let's not get into that.
Ah.
But, I can't sign into it anymore, and it's not mine, so...
See,
I
mine...
lost all my other downloads.
That's a shame. Especially because you can't promote other accounts to being, like, you know... the main account.
Well, thankfully I had never used it on PS4 before, since I only set up my PS4 about a week ago.
That's good.
So it was PS3 exclusive, but that means everything that's on that for download is sorta locked out.
I just hope that you didn't have any card information on that account.
Nope, never did.
That's good. Right. Now I need to watch out because I think this is the mission that introduces invisible monkeys with guns. Right. Stop water dancing. You dare dance in front of your leader, Spectre? And with such poor form. Right.
Trying to think of a few more things I need to download before it goes offline. I know I need the Drakengard 3 DLC. I mean, I guess I don't need it, but I want it because I want to LP that game.
See, I don't know if PSN is going to be going down for PS3, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
Because I know the Wii recently went down. I think it was January. They cut like all the functions.
they still have until the 31st, but they cut being able to add points. Yeah, they cut getting points to there, so you can't, unless you already had points, you can't add new ones.
I should probably get a few more things for the Wii U too, while I still have the chance.
I mean, for the Wii U, I don't... Well, yeah, you're right, because honestly, I'm just waiting for them to port... I want 3D World to be ported over to it, to the Switch.
I just don't want to like miss patches. Because I know like Xenoblade has a lot of patches and I haven't downloaded them yet.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Because I have a Wii U, but I haven't really used it much. Because I had a bunch of life stuff and then I got really sick. And it's like, I didn't game for like nearly 2 years.
That's fair. I mean, the Wii U is fun, especially when you use it as a regular Wii, like I do.
Especially with that HDMI hookup, thank goodness.
Yep. Good old HDMI.
My Wii is more like an upscaler for GameCube now.
Same. It was kind of the same for me. Although I found out how you can modify the system to output all games at 480p.
I thought it already had like a feature in there for that.
Well, you needed component cables, but not all games supported 480p.
Ah, yeah, I do have the Wii component cables.
Those are worth quite a bit of money. Like, I'm not joking, they are worth about like $300.
Well, then I will certainly hang on to those. I do have Dolphin, but I haven't figured out how to, let's just say port everything yet. I do and I don't. I gotta get around to that.
Yeah,
it's for the nice graphics.
Yeah.
That's like my big thing for emulation. I own like all the games. I also know how to strip them myself, but the reason I do it most of the time is A, ease of access to let's stream them on my channel. I don't have to have a billion hookups. And B, upscaling.
Upscaling, yes, definitely.
Some PS2 games are just so beautiful and you never see it on the original console.
But then there's some problems with emulations with it, like the few games that still don't work with like PCSX2 or Dolphin.
Yeah.
Like especially with PCSX2, the one game, Klonoa 2, Lunatea's Veil. That game runs absolutely horrendously bad on a PlayStation, not on a PlayStation 2. It runs bad on PCSX2, and unfortunately, it's one of those games that has changes resolutions in game, so the capture cards freak out.
Shoot.
But
I never played the first Klonoa. That was like the only game I played in 2017 is Klonoa for Wii.
How is Klonoa for Wii?
Not bad.
Did you do it with voice acting or without the voice acting?
I did it without the voice acting.
You made a good choice.
I
You listened
to a little with the gibberish.
You listened to Hupo?
Yeah, Hupo. I mean, like, the gameplay is pretty okay.
Yeah, the gameplay's fun. Klonoa 2 is more of that, but with a lot more fun bosses.
Yeah, that was about all I had the stamina for in 2017. That That was real bad. Give me some footing.
Just the illness?
Yeah, pre-medication.
Ah, okay.
Pre-diagnosis.
Yeah, with Klonoa 2, because Klonoa 2 is actually kind of rare too. And even then, PS3s also freak out with Klonoa 2 Lunatea's Veil. Like if you have the backwards compatible PS3s.
Huh. Yeah, I don't. I just have a Slim that's starting to go on me.
Well, if you ever need a PS3, just tell me. I buy them all the time and I give them to people. Because I can... like, Goodwill, we get so many of them, and whenever it's a friends and family event, I just buy one. I bought one every single time. Put in a 500 gigabyte hard drive that I have lying around, because I have so many hard drives lying around. And I just ship them out to people. I just shipped one out today to a friend of mine in Connecticut.
Wow. Yeah, mine still runs. It's just that it's starting to get fuzz in the audio, and I cannot fix it.
Are you sure that's not the Elgato? Because the Elgato does that sometimes.
Oh no, it's when it's hooked onto anything, and it doesn't matter if it's component or if it's HDMI.
Ah, okay.
So it's just a sign. And it's hooked up to different TVs now, too. So...
ah, okay.
It's just going. It's old. It's the first Slim model, so it's cranky.
That's actually what mine is. This is the first Slim model. I fear. I fear greatly. It looks like there's nothing I can make this time. I can make a laser guided thing, but I don't want to. Can make a laser guided RC car. Oh no, this mission. No. No. I gotta catch 100 monkeys. Nope, I gotta catch 100 monkeys. 100 monkeys. This is the only mission in the game you gotta do this.
Is this going to be like the Sly Cooper chicken thing?
Oh, the bomb-toting roosters.
Yeah.
I'd rather not remind myself about that. That was horrible.
It's actually another game that doesn't emulate too well as the Sly Cooper series and the Ratchet and Clank series.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter actually. Unless you like Dead Eyes.
Oh no, I mean like on the i7 cards for Intel, they work semi-okay on the i5s, but if you have an i7, it just freaks out the whole game.
Really? The i7? I've never heard of something for the i7 doing that.
Oh yeah. They need patched something big time for PC XX2.
Well, they're working on version 1.5, and I remember I did 1.5 one time, like a beta build of it, and it was Ratchet and Clank was running better.
If you run it in native, it's okay. It's not great because it drops frames constantly and lags a little bit, but if you upscale it even just a little bit, you are going to see the assets of everything.
Ooh.
It looks like a trip. But thankfully that's not too big of a problem because Sly, Ratchet and Clank, and Daxter have all been re-released in HD, so I don't care.
Yeah, the PS3 one. I don't... The Jak and Daxter one runs fine for me. The Sly Cooper one is what I'm going to be using for when I do Sly 3. The only thing I don't like, and this bothers me because I've played Ratchet and Clank so many times, I do not like how the helmet is bigger than Ratchet's head.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The helmet is not sized correctly to Ratchet's head, so in every cutscene that Ratchet has a helmet on, which is pretty much the entire time in Ratchet and Clank 2 and 3, the helmet is floating on his head and there's a gap.
See, I haven't played the PS3 version of Ratchet yet. Like, I'm gonna pick it up eventually so I can LP it, but...
It is expensive now, I think, actually. for an HD collection on the PS3, it's still pretty expensive. Like, it actually surprised me at how expensive it was. I think it's still like $40.
I can go to Amazon really quick and look.
Sure. I mean, it could have gone down. That's it. Floating chair of doom.
It says it's $30.
Huh, went down $10.
Yeah. As opposed to the PS2 version, which is $80.
Oh my god. What? Like
Ratchet
brand
Clank
new?
1 on PS2. It
that-
says $45. I'm gonna check.
Please tell me that's brand new.
It is for new, but it's still $46 for used.
What? I just got it from my local mom and pop store for like 20, and they follow those pricing. That pricing must be new.
Uh-huh. You can get them all together for $147. Or you can just get the HD collection for $25.
Get the HD collection. Never mind.
Yeah.
It shouldn't bother you. Price is more. Price is better.
I think that price gate would bother me more.
Yeah. Ignore my ramblings. I'm glad I held on to my copy of 2 and 3.
Me too. I could sell those for a decent price one day. No, like for Wii U, I need to get a couple Wii games for it as well that are cheaper that way. Skyward Sword and Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
Yeah. I actually have a original print of Xenoblade that I managed to get.
Same, but I can't open it.
Because it increases value, or...
Yes, because it's the original print with art book, and it's close to like $1,000 of worth, and I can't do it when I can get the same game for $20 digital.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah! Because it only keeps going up. I could pay rent with that sucker.
That is actually... I wonder how much my copies were, because I thought Xenoblade had gone down in price.
Well, I don't know, especially if it's collectors like that, though, because it's in the plastic, it's the first print. I mean, like, the first print.
Yeah.
It's been in dark storage this whole time.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, these things. Pretty sure I have to catch 100 monkeys, because I think it just gets harder and harder. Nope, 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 nope. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Come back. Come back here, you stupid tank. Help. The baseball field's attacking me. Leave me alone, Buster Sword wielding monkeys. So are there any other rare games that you really have? Like, or is that like the rarest one in the most mint condition you have? Because the rarest game I got is, and probably the most expensive, is what is it called? Misadventures of Tron Bonne for the PlayStation 1 complete.
I think it's the rarest one in my collection. If I'm not mistaken anyways, because sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah, when you have a big collection, it's like... Alright, next one...
that like Skyward Sword isn't hard to come by. It's just that I'd have to buy a ton of stuff for a now defunct Wii shop. So I'd rather just get it on Wii U. The controllers I already have.
Colors is great. I love Sonic Colors.
The Wii for that. We went for that.
Yeah, I need to get the DS one actually.
And then I got to the final boss and got hopelessly stuck.
Oh, it's because you have, if I remember correctly, for that one you have to like use the right wisp on the right reticle or something.
Oh yeah, I know how to do it, but my Wii controller has just a slight bit of lag to it.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought you were talking about
impossible at that point.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the DS version.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Wii version, and my Wiimotes are like old.
No Wii Motion Plus?
No, not for that.
That's another thing I can send you. We get a lot of Wiis and Wiimotes at Goodwill.
Nice. Because those can actually be difficult to come by if you try to buy them off of websites.
Yeah.
In good condition.
Like, and they're the Wii Motion Plus ones. Like the ones with the Wii Motion Plus built in.
Oh yeah, because I think people kind of forget how valuable they are in terms of using the Wii. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like even if you use Dolphin, you'd want to use Wiimotes.
Yeah.
You can.
Because especially because assigning motion controls to a regular controller is very annoying.
Oh my god.
I'm on 70 monkeys.
Or having to use your mouse, which, good gracious, take your hands all the way off.
Yep.
I've been doing that for a couple of DS games, and oh boy.
I can imagine.
Especially action games like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah, that's the one I was figuring that it was. So, are you excited for Crystal Chronicles on the Switch?
Yes, I am! Only for that Wi-Fi.
Now you don't need
No
four
more
Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Yeah, no more 4 Game Boy Advances.
And Game Boy Advance link cables.
And the Ethernet adapter, which is also very rare for the GameCube now.
I don't think that one used the Ethernet, unfortunately. So there was no online connectivity. You all had to be in the same room.
No, I mean maybe I'm thinking of Legend of Zelda. Phantasy Star and Legend of Zelda. Why
yeah,
are
because
you...
Final Fantasy didn't have any online.
No, because you could use the Ethernet adapter as a LAN cable to connect GameCubes together.
Oh. No, but you had to use the not GameCube controller, the Game Boy Advance controller. It didn't allow for you to use a GameCube controller in multiplayer because your controller was also your individual menu.
Oh, okay.
And map.
The worst. Especially if you have the old Taco Game Boy Advance, which has no backlit screen.
I think I technically have 2. I have a original Advance and 1 SP.
I have an SP that I got from Goodwill. I think one of the fuses went out on it. So
Mine's the battery's dead.
I got the battery because like the battery was dead on it. Because it does power up, but the problem is it doesn't want to charge when I plug it in a charger.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's how I know it's one of the fuses. I mean, I can't complain really because I got it for like I think $10 for the SP. So
yeah, that's definitely not as bad.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not like losing out too much. It's still a shame, but oh well. Could
Yeah, I
be.
normally just use the DS now.
No, I'm so upset because that guy who I mentioned earlier in the stream about the 3DS capture card, the one who made it, he actually makes DS ones for the original DS and puts in a mod that allows you to charge it over USB. That
Oh, nice.
that DS that I had for it doesn't read games anymore.
Oh.
But the mod chip and everything is actually surprisingly cheap. I think if you want to send it in for him to install it, or if you choose to install it yourself, choosing to install it yourself gets you the Tri-Wing, the board. All you have to do is put the ribbon cable in from the DS into the actual like capture board, and then download the software and the drivers, and boom, you can record DS games perfectly fine. And technically Game Boy Advance games because it's only for the original DS. But
Yeah, I've kind of already backed up all my DS games since I bought a special card for that too.
oh, the R4s.
Mm-hmm.
The thing Nintendo tried to ban getting sold.
Yeah, well, I kind of got mine super early, and it works for Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games anyway too.